Oh, God, really? Sting, you're a fucking sellout. Anyway, welcome to your Night of Champions 2015 review. And that's really what I have to start out to say on this video. Personally, because I feel that Sting is a sellout. I really do. I don't see the point of what he did, why he's agreeing to any of these creative decisions, but I'll get in further detail as we get to the main event. Show itself, besides the main event with the WWE World Championship, was actually pretty good. Not bad. Had its boring moments, but it was still a decent show. Well worth the time to watch, and good action, especially by Seth Rollins. All credit to Seth Rollins in this pay-per-view. He performed very well, regardless if he would have won or retained the WWE World Championship. He actually performed really well. No complaints there. Just Sting. That's all I have to say on that. Anyway, getting into the very first match of the main card of the pay-per-view was Kevin Owens defeating Ryback for the Intercontinental Championship. Average match, 3 out of 5 stars. It had its slow moments, but it was a good match. Very entertained by this. I'm very happy now that Kevin Owens now has a mid-card title that he can build off of and turn into a prestigious belt once again that it once was. So this should be very entertaining. I think they might do a very good job with Kevin Owens. Thankfully, they gave Ryback a good opponent to face. Maybe they'll have them as rivalries for a couple of months, then reintroduce Cesaro back into the fold with Kevin Owens. They can have some really good back-and-forth matches for the Intercontinental Championship. I think that would be very entertaining to see, especially seeing Cesaro and him trade back and forth with the Intercontinental title. I mean, Cesaro's never held the Intercontinental title before, so I think that would be a good title for Cesaro and Kevin Owens, both building off of with a rivalry for that championship. So, no complaints there. Anyway, the next match after that was Dolph Ziggler and Rusev. This match was actually not so bad. It was actually a lot better than SummerSlam. At least there was an end result to all this. But the whole ending was a little bit awkward. One, Summer Rae screwed Rusev in the match, distracted him by throwing a shoe at him by accident. Wasn't intentional. She was trying to hit the referee, but I mean, to be honest with you, referee was like point blank in her face, and she literally was trying to throw the shoe like the referee was from a far distance, because he was trying to, he was telling her to get out of the ring and get away from ringside. She was having a fiasco fit and going crazy on the apron, and she threw the shoe, hit Rusev instead of the referee, and Rusev kind of just stood there like, what the hell are you doing? And Ziggler hit his zigzag finishing maneuver and won the match 1-2-3. So, not bad. I'd give it a 2.5, maybe a 3 out of 5 stars. Nothing too shabby. The Dudley Boyz won by disqualification because New Day was about to lose the tag team titles to the Dudleys after they hit their 3D finishing maneuver. And at that point, they saw that they were going to lose the titles. Xavier Woods came in and hit Devon, or I think it was Bubba Ray, I'm not sure, I think it was Devon Dudley, in the back of the head with his shoe, or his boot, and the referee called disqualification. Very cheap ending. Very obvious that they're going to continue this rivalry between the two, leading into Hell in a Cell. So that should be a pretty good, maybe they'll turn it into a Hell in a Cell tag team match for the tag titles. That could be a pretty creative idea that they could go with, or it just might be a standard tag team match, team versus team match again. This time, no disqualifications, maybe ECW hardcore rules, some shit like that, whatever. But the match, well, I give it a 2.5 out of 5. The match was kind of boring. Not that, Dudley Boyz did a bad performance in this match. It just didn't attract my interest so much. And New Day being as annoying as they were last night just really made the match even worse. So I didn't care for this match too much. We also, during that event, 2 times getting the Brock Lesnar from Go to Hell Tour promo, which one thing stood out in that whole promo is they advertised Brock Lesnar will be at Hell in a Cell facing The Undertaker in the Hell in a Cell match. Now, folks, I don't know if you paid attention to some of the videos I've done in the past couple of weeks on the Monday Night Raw reviews, but I think it was like the day after SummerSlam, I happened to mention that Brock versus Undertaker at Hell in a Cell should actually happen. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I guess apparently Vince McMahon and the WWE creative team might have been spying in on my videos and saw that and decided, this seems like a great idea. Let's throw it on TV for everyone to watch on the WWE Network for only $9.99. Whatever. But, thankfully, they're going in that direction. I would rather see that. The final battle. Perfect segment line to make for this match. It should be the final match. It should be the final nail in the coffin. And for a little funny statistical or factual stuff for all of you wrestling fans out there, what is very interesting is the very first time these 2 men had a one-on-one match of any kind, they actually competed at Unforgiven of 2002 in an official, big match type of event. Not saying that Unforgiven was but pay-per-view type of event. They competed at at Unforgiven of 2002 at the Staples Center. And now, in 2015, 13 years later, they're finishing it in the Staples Center. So that's pretty interesting. Just to throw that fact out to you guys. And I think that's very cool. But very interesting promo. The whole match, him having a match with Big Show at Madison Square Garden to me, is just fucking dumb. He should have a different opponent. The last one they had with a live event with Brock Lesnar, it was him versus Kofi Kingston. That was another shitbag match. I don't even understand the point of that. It was just cool to see him at a live event, and actually watching a live event nonetheless. Hopefully they turn this live event into like maybe a pay-per-view type quality event. Like maybe Seth Rollins defends the World Championship on October 3rd, and we get to see maybe a title change and Seth Rollins finally loses. Oops, I gave away a spoiler there before the review, but I'm pretty sure all of you already know that if you watch the show, and I'm pretty sure most of you have. But anyway, moving on here, we had the Divas title match. Very obvious win here. We all knew Charlotte was going to defeat Nikki Bella. And nonetheless, very good promo, excellent promo that they did between Nikki Bella and Charlotte for the build-up of this match. I really enjoyed the video package. And then the match itself wasn't bad either. Very impressive by both Nikki Bella and Charlotte. Mostly by Nikki Bella, which is actually kind of surprising that's even coming out of my mouth. Specifically because of the fact that she is not exactly what you call one of the most technical wrestlers in the wrestling business. So, I mean, pretty surprising how well she performed with Charlotte. And Charlotte just let her do her thing on her. And at the end of the day, of course, she walked away with the victory and became the new Divas champion. Ric Flair showed up. He was all in tears. To be expected. He was proud of his kid. And, shit, man. Out of His kids, Charlotte's the best one out of them all. David Flair was a fucking joke. He played whacked out characters. But whatever. Anyway, the next match, this match with the Divas title, this was a good match. I definitely give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Definitely very entertaining, high, good quality stuff there. It was kind of boring at some points because of specifically her just constantly attacking Charlotte's leg. But that was logical. It was logical reasoning and a point behind her doing all that. So I can respect that, and I really enjoyed watching it regardless of how kind of repetitive and boring it might have been. But it was realistic, you know. The next match after that was the Wyatt family defeating Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and their surprise third man was Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho? What the fuck does Chris Jericho have anything to do with Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns? I love Chris Jericho. I think he's an outstanding wrestler. He performed very well in this match, outside of one small little bit of detail. Roman Reigns was getting Strowman, knocked him down for the first time ever in the last 3-4 weeks of building up to this match. He spears him. He's getting ready to spear him again. They're in their corner. And Jericho tags himself in, hits the lion salt. Strowman kicks out. Strowman beats them by knockout by putting Chris Jericho in the submission hold. Stupid fucking move. Dumb as shit. Pointless. And cost his team the match. Then, after the match is over, he's pissed at them. For what? He's the one that cost them the match. He went ahead after the match was over. They were both saying, hey, you know, we lost. That's just the way it is. Let's move on. They didn't get mad at him. He got mad at them. For what? There was no logical they went from having a logical match that had sense in it to a portion of this match that made no fucking sense. This was ridiculous. What the fuck would he be getting mad at them for when he cost them the fucking match altogether? I understand, okay, you're standing on the corner, you wanted to contribute with your team, you wanted to get that win. Alright, I can understand that. But, logically, why the fuck would you do that when your guy had the advantage? He's busting his ass, kicking Strowman's ass, and all he had to do is probably hit one more spear, and logically, he would have gotten the 1, 2, 3. That would have been the best way to go with, you know, doing the spears that they were doing here. But to have Chris Jericho tag himself into the match, and then he costs them the match, and of course, they're not going to get mad at him. He just wanted to win. It was a bad mistake on his part. They lost, so what? Move on. Let's keep going. Let's fight back. Whatever. Whatever bullshit. But now that they did this, I don't even fucking care about this storyline. It's complete shit. And even Jericho being part of it kind of made it just bad at first. And then the ending result of it was just even worse. It just was pointless. So Jericho gets pissed at him. He bumps his shoulder into Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns and walks away, pissed that they lost. And it was his fault in the first place. So, whatever, man. Just stay the fuck lost. Do your Jericho podcasts. Or get him to do something else, WWE. I mean, what the fuck? That was shit. That was actually the most disappointing match besides the World Championship match. We then move into the U.S. and World title match. Seth Rollins, in this match actually, to give you a rating on this one, it was a 3 out of 5 stars, I guess I could say. Be nice. 3 out of 5 stars. John Cena versus Seth Rollins, match number 2 for the U.S. title. Great match. almost as good as the match they had at SummerSlam, only the match at SummerSlam was way better. It had a lot more adrenaline, a lot of fan interaction with this match. They were very pumped up for it. This one was kind of the same level, but not as high. Entertaining stuff. Definitely give it a 4 out of 5 stars. Was not disappointed in this match whatsoever. Expected Cena to walk away the U.S. champion. And, of course, John Cena wins and becomes the United States champion. Now, at this point, what do you do with John Cena as the U.S. champ? Who faces him? Well, you go with a younger superstar to build off of him and rival with him and try to win the U.S. title? Or does he go back to, doing anything with Seth Rollins again? Which I think would be really stupid on their part to go ahead and do that. So that's just my opinion, but you know what you guys can do. Leave your comments and opinion down below what you guys think they should do with Cena with the U.S. title. And I'd definitely love to hear from you. This match definitely was a 4 out of 5 stars, as I just mentioned. And then we had Seth Rollins defeating Sting for the World Championship. Alright, now, I'm going to get down to business here, and I'm really going to unload here. Number 1, the match was a 3.5 out of 5 stars. The match was entertaining, but the reason why I got a 3.5 instead of maybe a 4 or a 4.5 is simple. Sting fucking lost. Okay? That's as simple as that. That's my number 1 biggest complaint. My number 2 biggest complaint is the fact that now Sting has lost 2 matches in a fucking row in him being booked in a match. Why? What is the point of him jobbing out over and over and over again to other people? This is fucking retarded. Simple as that. There's nothing else to be said here. Okay, you want to have Sting lose to Triple H? Fine. You want to have him lose to Seth Rollins? That's a big no-no. You don't have him lose to Seth Rollins with the World Championship title on the line. Give him the fucking title run. Make him run with the belt all the way up to WrestleMania, and then make him lose it to a young superstar that you want to mold into a big name in your company. Don't make him fucking lose the match to Seth Rollins, which I don't, I really am very impressed with Seth Rollins' wrestling ability. There's no doubt about it. He is an outstanding performer. But why did he have to win this match so much to beat Sting? And he won cleanly. Nonetheless, he won fucking cleanly. This is the most ridiculous thing. You want to have him win by a cheat. He wins by a clean pinfall. He didn't grab the ropes. He didn't have leverage. He didn't do nothing. He rolled him up into a pin when Sting was trying to put him in the Scorpion Deathlock. That's it. And he won fair and square. What the fuck would you make Sting come back for 2 matches in a row of losses? At least have him win one or the other. Fuck, if you're gonna have him come back, let him win at the biggest stage of the company, WrestleMania. If you're gonna make him lose to a young guy like Seth Rollins, at least let him beat Triple H. Yeah, you make him lose both? What the fuck's the point of that? And truthfully, I feel that Sting is a fucking sellout, man. He is a dumbass retard who just went to WWE because there was nowhere else to go to make a really good buck. And now that TNA is going to the toilet, there's no other big names going on here. He just settled out and went to WWE, and he's doing whatever WWE says. And they don't like WCW guys too much. I mean, you can see how much they dislike WCW guys, because all they're having Sting do is lose. When is he getting a win? When is he going to get a world title run? I mean, he's in the WWE. This is the first time his first year in WWE, and all he has done is lose and look pathetic doing it. It's like meaningless. Like, why? There's no. In my opinion, I don't feel great about having Sting on WWE programming after this ending last night. Like, this was fucking stupid. Then on top of it, Sheamus tries to cash in on Seth Rollins. Kane comes out, fucking chokeslams Seth Rollins straight to hell, which is reasonable and there's a point to it. Sheamus comes out and comes back into the ring, says, do it again, and then he chokeslams Sheamus, and then that's it. And then he's standing in the middle of the ring like he's triumphant, and like he actually did something amazing. Oh wow, he chokeslammed fucking Seth Rollins. Big fucking deal. Who gives a shit? Anyway, leave your comments and opinions down below. That's all I really have to say at this time. I'm a little disappointed in some of the things that Night of Champions turned out to be, but it was a decent show nonetheless, and I'm very happy about it. But at this time, leave your comments and opinions down below, hit the subscribe button, and thank you very much for tuning in. Have a great night, guys. Bye.